Hello and welcome to our FTC-focused YouTube event series created and hosted by Team Ultra 10539. In this video, I will be discussing how to create a successful judge's presentation, as well as presentation delivery. I will focus mostly on the aspects of the presentation that have not changed as a result of virtual competition this year, but I will include advice that is specific to the online format. Let's get started. First, I want to discuss the physical format of the presentation. My team has consistently elected to use a Google Slides presentation to help enhance our points to the judges. I highly recommend that all teams use some form of digital presentation, especially on the online format. It helps the judges visualize what you are discussing and makes key points easier to emphasize and more memorable. Creating a slides presentation also helps structure what your team needs to discuss given the allotted 5 minutes. Given my own team's experience, I strongly believe that the easiest way to ensure success on the presentation is to write what each team member is going to say exactly beforehand. For several years, our team attempted to create our presentation on the spot, and we never got to everything we wanted to say before the judges cut us off. The judges are the ones who decide all of the award recipients, other than your robot's success during matches. So if your robot does not perform as well as expected, which has happened to us more than once or twice, and a good presentation can truly save your team and allow you to advance to the next round of competition. As the presentation is what the judges primarily refer to when deciding on the recipients of certain awards, our team has created a format for our Google Slides and accompanying script to specifically target the qualifications for every award. The awards that we most specifically address are Motivate, Connect, Innovate, Control, and Design, as well as generally addressing Inspire with a well-rounded presentation. We begin our presentation by introducing our team and diving into Innovate and Design. We talk about our design process specific to each competition year, and specifically about how we tackled problems that arose with specific sections of our robot, such as the intake or the drivetrain. In order to qualify for design, CADs of the robot or detailed drawings must be included and discussed in the presentation and portfolio. We then move on to a concise but detailed description of our software that addresses the qualifications for the Control Award. The second half of our presentation focuses on team organization, plans, and involvement, as well as outreach within our school and to other teams in the broader STEM community. This tackles the issues underneath the Motivate and Connect Award. It is important here to clearly illustrate every way in which your team helped the community around and learn from the community around you. This is where any corporate sponsorships, evidence of learning from industry professionals, and interactions with other teams would be featured. Motivate requires that the team demonstrate how each of its members are equitably involved. Rather than taking valuable presentation time to introduce all team members and their job on the team, teams with a concise and detailed presentation in which everyone speaks for about the same amount of time about the topic they worked on will fulfill this requirement. As for the general style of the slides presentation, it is a good policy to use a lot more image than text. The presentation being spoken should be on a separate script document or in the margin notes of the presentation, not on the slide itself. Each section of the script of the presentation should also be assigned to the person who is going to talk about it in advance of presenting, so that each team member is able to familiarize themselves with their part. If text is necessary on slides, it should be a few words on a bullet point, not complete sentences. The text should be almost too large in order to get your team's important information across to the judges. I also find that using a presentation with a color theme that matches that of your team's number or logo generally helps the judges remember you and your presentation. Presenting virtually this year obviously posed a second layer of challenges to an already difficult task. However, it provides more opportunity as well. Originally, my team and I brought 2 laptops to each presentation in order to show the judges the slides that we made. In presenting virtually, all we need to do is have one team member share their screen. In an in-person presentation, I would strongly urge all teams to memorize the lines that they are speaking during the presentation. It eliminates most of the opportunities for error during the presentation and goes a long way towards ensuring that you stay under the 5-minute limit. During the online format, my team has elected to read our pre-written lines directly from the presentation notes. However, during the Zoom presentation, I have all of my team members remain unmuted the entire time to diminish the time lost switching between speakers. It goes without saying, but keeping all team members' cameras on while presentation goes a long way to show the judges how involved people are to the team. I hope that this video has helped you and your team in your creation and facilitation of the judges' presentation. If you have any questions or feedback, please let me and my team know at ultro@browning.edu. And thank you for watching.